Pick a card. How do people feel around you? What magic do you wield? Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you at your reading. Hi friends, my name is Priscilla with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. This time we are going to be looking at how do you make people feel around you. So let's get a little sagey sage. And I'd like to take a moment to thank those of you guys that are repeat offenders. Thank you for stopping in. Much appreciated. And those of you that are new to my channel, thank you so much for coming by. I hope everybody else, I hope everybody, not everybody else. That sounded ominous. I hope everybody receives exactly what they came here to get, okay? So we're going to be looking at the Akashic Tarot, and it's by Sharon Ann Klinger, if you guys are interested. But we're going to go ahead and pick out 3 cards to let us know, how do you make people feel around you? How do people feel around you? Because we can't make people feel anything. There's 1. How do people feel around you? And show me now 2 more cards. And we'll do these. So pile number 1, your card is the Lookout. Pile number 2, your card is the 5 of Roses, the Garden. And pile 3, your card is the Archangel Raphael with the number 8. I'll put up a picture so you can have a little bit more time with them, and I'll see you at your pile. Hi friends, my name is Priscilla with Psychic MD. If you missed the intro, pile number 1, if you chose the Lookout, number 17, this pile is for you. For those of you that are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping in, stopping by, checking things out. And for those of you that are repeat offenders, thank you for coming back. I hope that all of you receive exactly what it is that you are seeking, or at least, if nothing else, I hope that you receive some amusement here. We are going to be looking at, how do people feel around you? How do they feel around you? My original thought was, how do you make people feel? But I'm a firm believer that you cannot make people do anything, including feeling. So we're going to rephrase this with, how do people feel when they're around you? And we'll look at different scenarios for you. Pile 1. So you chose the Lookout. Now, one thing first thing that's coming to me, to my brain, is look out. Here she or he comes. So right away, I feel like spine snapping straight, bra strapping, toe tapping, feet clicking, the whole 9 yards. Basically, I feel like people go like within themselves, like attention. Here they are. It's almost like having manager shoes on, where you hear your manager shoes and your back stiffens up and you walk straighter. So I kind of feel like you have that effect on people overall. But also, I feel like people want to look from a safe distance. They don't want to necessarily come close to you. Not that you're a threat, but I think that's something about your demeanor, or maybe your reputation, makes people want to observe you before they get even closer. Now, of course, if we look right over here, there's just a bunch of fire all over the place, and this person's kind of checking it out. And it's obvious that this person is in a very bad position to be in. But I feel like he's standing up there and he or she can look and see maybe the nearest escape route, or in modern times, if you have, you know, the fire hydrant, things like that. But also, I mean, in the modern world, like the reason why we're talking about this now, I feel like people could see, okay, where is the danger? Am I going to get scorched by this person? Can I withstand being around them for long? It seems like you're a little bit fiery, or maybe a lot fiery. Maybe you're even known for having some like caustic words, or no holds barred, or you're somebody who people just generally do not mess with. Maybe you're somebody who speaks the truth in such a manner that nobody can bob and weave around you. You call people to the mat, and that can be really intimidating. So I think that that would be part of the reason why people are a little bit on the lookout, this vibe. Now, the number one is definitely like self-confidence. It is about exactly who you are. It's about who you embody, I feel. And then the number 7, to me, indicates your spirituality. So you could be somebody who is really really confident in knowing who you are, who you're about. But I feel like because of all of these clouds, I feel like there are more clouds than it is smoke. I feel like that leaves people a little bit confused. It's like, well, I have an idea what you're about. I feel like you do have a higher calling. You may even be spiritual, or you may like to, you know, do like spiritual yoga, or go to church, or have, you know, biblical interest, or interest in something that's a higher power anyways. And that can be really kind of perplexing or confusing, and people don't really know what to expect. So they're a little bit on the lookout for your energy. And definitely, I don't feel like most people quote act normal around you. I feel like they put their best foot forward, or their best radar hearing is on, you know, on point. They might even watch you out of their periphery. So I do feel like you make people stand at attention. Here I said make. Well, you can have a very commanding presence as well. So let's see. How do people feel when they're around you? I feel like they're on their toes. The same sex, I feel like they would feel a bit in competition with you, or fearful that you would set your sights on whatever it is that they have, or in some way that they would look less than you in comparison. But I don't think you're like that, by the way. I think that's just a misconception or an assumption from people that don't really know you well. Show me what I need to see for pile number 1. Sorry, I feel like that was a really rough start. Pile number 1, show me what I need to see. How do people feel when they're around pile 1? And show me now 2 cards. I'm going to take this and this one because we can. Okay, yeah. So I feel like people think that sometimes they stand no chance with you. I feel like you call them out of their BS, call them out of hiding. You unmask people. I think that you have a way of bringing about the truth that really ends all facades, all masking, all pretenses. And I feel like that makes people very much faint in heart, okay? But the interesting part is that this is a white horse that the death is riding on. And I always feel like the white horse stands for like very much purity, in a sense of like balance and spirituality and justice in the world. Not justice like I want to level things out and make it justice, but by the same token, having that approach of purity still winds up leveling things out. So I think as a byproduct, people can feel kind of bulldozered or knocked over by you, or run over, or even bullied at times. The Eight of Pentacles, people feel around you that they have to work harder, that they know that they can't come around with any shenanigans because you're not going to have it. I feel like it's a time to really perfect your work, your craft, your game, whatever situation you find yourself in with these people. If you're at the grocery store, For example, I feel like all of a sudden people really could appear really busy around you. Like, oh, yep, 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 shopping. I'm reading these ingredients. This, list of ingredients is incredibly interesting right when you walk up, because I feel like they don't really have another response to you. I think your appearance could be a little bit shocking, in the sense that you just seem very striking or different than most people. And I feel like that catches people off guard. Yeah, and I feel like people could stutter around you as well. The interesting part is I'm feeling a lot of kindness around you. So I definitely feel like you are very misunderstood. Show me what I need to see. One more card. How do people feel when they are around pile number 1? And show me now. Yep. Well, that's a surprise. So you're definitely she who knows. You are the high priest, high priestess. You're somebody that embodies secrets. Not only just know them, you could be online. You could be, I heard, court reporter. Interesting with that, though, because to me it seems like people feel like you keep a record. Like she's got a laptop here. And if you're kind of combining the two sentiments, I feel like she's kind of recording your secrets and things like that. And you could be somebody that affects other people in such a way that they feel like you're the one kind of keeping track of their secrets. Almost like you could see everything and you're going to document it, but really not say anything because she's not saying anything. Yep. So we have the 8 of Pentacles right here, but then we have the Ace. And the Ace is all about new beginnings. It's all about setting a firm foundation. It's about looking at abundance and growth. And this coming from seemingly out of nowhere. Now this is kind of interesting and curious. With a Death card right here with a white horse. And it just seems like you bring about this incredible, fortunate event in spite of stripping away facades and baloney that really doesn't belong anywhere near people. And so I feel like in the end, people feel really grateful to get down to nitty gritty. I think also people can experience an ego death around you or fear that they are going to because of this exposure. It's almost like you just know too much about them instinctively, even if you don't really know them. Or at least that's the perception, right? And another thing, I'm thinking about this like old school ship right here. And it seems like you tend to be somebody, I heard waylay. Now, I don't feel like you waylay people's destinations or travels or trajectory in life at all. But I definitely feel like there's something about you that people fear can change your mind or change them on such a profound level. Instinctively, I feel that way, that almost their aircraft or their ship gets dismantled. It's like, yep, we're not leaving now. We got a lot more work to do to figure out where we're headed because we're going on this, cruise ship. Not that that's anything wrong with that, but we're just going for the heck of it. We had like meandering vibes, nothing really on the agenda. And that is burning through all of the superficiality. And I feel like in a way you tend to motivate or give people their own true direction. Not that you're saying, hey, that's superficial. That's not good for you. I feel like this is saying more, hey, get down to fundamentals of who you really are from within. And that way you can bring about what it is that you really truly desire and the true compass and where your true north lies and where you're headed. I need to get a sip of, because I'm dying here. One moment, please. Also, I feel like because you embody such great mystery, and you could be a man or a woman of few words, that people tend to just not know in general what to expect of you. They could think that they have to perform. They have to perform for you so that they feel more accepted. It's really interesting, that energy. So we're going to go ahead and pull one of these messages from your angels for pile number 1. How do people feel when they're around you, please? Is it Zana? You're protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. And I feel like because you could see through people's facades, or at least that's what they feel, it's a knee-jerk reaction. I think that they are fearful that you're going to judge them or bring out things that they're not ready to deal with. And a lot of that, there could be a lot of merit to that. But in the end, I feel like you have a very pure heart, and people that really, truly know you know that you have nothing but the best intention for people and really do bring about the best in others. And that actually, after getting to know you, they can actually relax and really feel safe. So I do feel like you have some protective qualities for other people. I just think that you could be intense and very much like to the core, just truthful. Not mincing with words, okay? I have these cards right here as well. So I'm going to pull from these here cards and hopefully not knock the world out of alignment. Yep. So we're going to pull 2 cards for pile number 1. Pile number 1. We have lobster financial pinch. And number 2, oh, good grief, get out of here, look. So I'm going to say that when you come around people because of this financial pinch, I feel like there's something about you that feels bougie, looks bougie. Even if you really dress, let's say monochromatic colors, or tend to be very picky about the pieces that you wear, but you don't have a large wardrobe, things like that. I feel like you have a vibe of bouginess, but not superficiality, and not that those go hand in hand. And so that automatically puts people around you feeling like they are in a financial pinch, like they really can't afford the things that you have, or they can't afford to date you or marry you or whatever, or wife you, whatever the case may be. So they could be feeling like they're in a financial pinch because you look like luxury. So you, pile number 1, look like luxury, baby. You look like people cannot afford you. And actually, I think that there's a lot of truth to that. It's not about whether people can afford you or not. It's your whole vibe, your whole spirit. And I think that you have a lot of self-esteem, which I'm really happy about, because I feel like you have worked hard to dive deep and to get to nitty-gritty of who you are in order to pull such powerful cards. So that is what I have for you. If you like this kind of read, please do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, pile number 1, namaste. Hi, pile 2. My name is Grisel with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading. If you chose the 5 of Roses, the garden, then this message is for you. For those of you that are repeat offenders, thank you so much for stopping back. I really do appreciate your time. And for those of you new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody finds something here that is helpful, healing, and or entertaining. Let's get a little sagey sage. Pile number 2. Pile number 2, the 5 of Roses. So this to me definitely feels like the 6 of Cups in your traditional tarot. Now in here we have the boy playing with slingshot and a little girl observing a butterfly. And I think that's really cool. Now if you have children, your own children, or you know, if you babysit or you have siblings or children anywhere near you, then this could be a really auspicious time for kids around you. They could be doing really well or about to get really rewarded for something that they've really worked hard for. And I'm using a lot of really, sorry about that. So that's going to be a good thing, because I see this little boy is like with a slingshot taking aim and shooting his shot. This could be also someone in your life wanting to shoot their shot with you. And maybe perhaps that's what this evokes, is you evoke the child in people around you. They want to have fun, they want to explore, but they also, I feel like, want to shoot their shot with you and also look and inspect maybe your transformation or how you view transformation, what that means to you. You could make people around you feel like they too are filled with wonder. You could make them feel like a kid. You can make them feel like it's a good time to be around and just enjoy being in the moment, being present. Something about you brings out people's inner child. Now, not childish. I feel like their inner child, things that they used to love, enjoy doing, things that they wish they could do but don't give themselves time to. They allow themselves to be more vulnerable and expressive. Pile number 2 around you. So that tells me that you give people a feeling of safety, feeling safe. Quite unlike pile number 1. That's kind of interesting. If you were drawn to both piles, then that means that you have 2 sides to the coin. 2 very different sides. Pile number 2, show me what I need to see for pile 2. Those of you that chose the 5 of Roses, show me what I need to see for pile 2. How do people feel around you? And show me how. Of course. Okay. So with the Page of Wands, I'm getting right here. Page of Wands usually tells me that you could be quite attractive, or people could just be really attracted to you. And it's not the same thing. I don't think it's the same thing, because everybody can find different people attractive, and simply based on personality or charisma alone, or ideals. Anyways. But I feel like with the Page of Wands here, people could really have a lot of desire for you. Desire to conquer you, desire to sample you, take that however it will. This is not an 18 plus. But I feel like also being as dry as the desert, I feel like you give people the optimism to feel like this greenery here is just so lush and vibrant and growing that there's a lot of optimism in there. I feel like people can feel when you're not around them that maybe they're in a desert, or they had a period of a drought right here. But also you could, the effect that you could have on people around you is that they don't really know. They know they have to make a decision. They know they feel a certain way, but they want to dig in their heels, and they want to keep their emotions themselves, because this is about, I'm feeling a lot with all of these waters in the back, being kind of restless, and she's protecting her heart. So this could be saying that people around you, even though they feel very in the moment and very present and very enjoying, I don't know, almost like a childlike innocence, and yet have like a deep desire for you, and they feel a little bit conflicted. So 2 of Swords, I feel like this puts people in their heads, in their brain, and they're really not quite sure how to navigate this phenomena. Which would be you, pile 2. How do people feel when they're around you? Pile number 2. How do people feel when they are around you? They listen, by the way. They listen to what you say. There's a ton of blue here. Feel like they know that you just have a lot of wisdom, but that in itself is a turn on. These people around you could have other commitments, and that's why the 2 of Swords are here too. Or you could have some work restriction, like you can't date, you know, anybody that works for a company, that kind of a thing. But they also feel like maybe you call their character into judgment, which is interesting. Very interesting. And this, to me, always reminds me of like the Red Cross, you know, having humanitarian vibes and efforts. And so maybe they could feel like you are a great humanitarian in a lot of ways, and they could feel conflicted because they're like, okay, I really desire this person, but no, got to hold off, and this is just not right, type of thing. But with judgment, I feel like you even call and question their morals, or what it is that they're doing with their life, or how they are conducting themselves. Do their desires and where they're headed and their actions match their spiritual life and their words? This could be calling into account, you know, I don't think you bring this to the map, but I feel like this also makes people consider what they've done in the past. And maybe how people feel around you is they want to kind of bring up things from the past. If there's been a stalemate, they want to bring up stuff from the past and be like, hey, remember when this happened? You know, if it's like a brother or sister situation, it makes them feel like you want to, you know, bring out all the ugly events at the family dinner table and make people uncomfortable. That kind of a thing. So for others of you, and I know that these are different like storylines, but honestly, people are not linear and we get many different feelings. I don't think I should be showing this because of YouTube thing, regulations now. Anyways, but people could really feel like you've accomplished a lot. You really are an inspiration, the way she's hovering up in the air like that, seeming not to, like literally walking on air. People could feel like you're elevated, that you've graduated, that you're beyond the scenario of like pure innocence, and you've graduated into a realm where they're not really sure how to meet you. Even though they feel a closeness to you, they want to study you, but in some ways you're unattainable. They could feel also that you have like a guardian, or that you're spiritual, and that you have, well, you know, lack of a better way of saying it, that you see dead people, that you could have, you know, your spirit team around you, and that they protect you, and that could be a bit intimidating for anybody. The World Wide Web, so you could be on the web, and they could feel, yeah, they could even watch you like online, like if you have a channel, if you have a store, both, things like that. Curious to find out what kind of an angel you would get. So, messages from the angels. How do people feel around pile number 2? How do people feel around pile number 2, please? Pile number 2. How do people feel? Oh. Well, let's see. Rosetta. It's not like Rosetta Stone. That's the only Rosetta I would know. You have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. Look, reference to children. You could be very connected to children in some way, shape, or form. You could be like a social worker or a parent. I almost said just a parent. There's never a quote, just a parent. That is a serious job, as we all know. Or you could have like a daycare, or I heard wet nurse. You could be someone that teaches new moms how to do the whole lactation thing with the kids latching on. So something about children is pretty vital, and it's pretty obvious around you. And that would suggest to me that you have a lot of gentleness in your spirit, in spite of some of these like harder cards coming out, like the Judgment card and the Two of Swords. So you could have almost like not two personalities. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing that vibe. It's almost like maybe with the kids, you're a little bit more open and free, and they feel that around you. They feel safe around you. And with people that don't know you super well, they could be a little bit like, wow, I want him, I want her. But I don't really know, because I get mixed feelings right here from this person. So let's see what else we have. Pile number 2. What else do we have? Show me what I need to see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're just going to throw everything. Everything. Show me what I need to see for pile 2. Another card, and show me now. See what jumped out. 3 of Wands. People feel like they're waiting on you. Almost like, when are you going to return? People could also feel like you're the one waiting. Take it however it fits, but don't make the narrative try to fit. People can also see that you are somebody that is focused on like your desires, on your true north, on your true mission, and what it is that you want to do. So with all of this yellow, it makes me think of the solar plexus. and that maybe you're learning how to navigate and voice your truth, but there is, you know, waiting for your ships to come in, things like that. An element of waiting. And the Nine of Pentacles. So people can feel like they're richer for knowing you. The Nine of Pentacles. That is my quintessential, like, single person, if not single, but very self-sufficient, stable. They could be in a marriage or partnership, but have their own friends, their own monies, their own businesses, but they do their own thing, that kind of a thing. Independent. People could feel like you have things to share with them. Excuse me, with all of the greenery here, you could have crops to share, eggs, maybe even farm animals, flowers, wisdom. Any of those things would be pertinent. You could have birds, owls, falcons, any of those things. But you could also appear to have a green thumb and somebody who's very connected to something unusual for their sex. Like the falconeers back in the day were Muslim men. And yeah, that is what I have. Let's pull some of these cards for you. Oh, or, you know, throw the hand of fire out. We can do that too. So let's see. That's why I moved this guy. Pile number 2. How do people feel around you? And if you like these kind of readings, let me know. Give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. And maybe I won't be doing them so late, so I'm not kind of sleepy and drowsy or sleepy sounding. I do know that my voice is monotonous. I've been told before. All right, for pile number 2. Pile number 2, how do people feel when they're around you? And show me now. The ladder, climbing towards success. And shield, you need to defend yourself. So I feel like this is a little bit mixed message here. I feel like you could be climbing a ladder, but I also feel like people around you think that you can help them to climb higher. And whether it's by inspiring them or giving them practicals or both, I definitely feel like this ladder is something that you can climb up and then kind of, well, kick it down. That's not how ladders work to help other people. But you can climb up and then just really encourage other people to climb up with you. And then you guys can flip that ladder higher and continue that movement. But you need to defend yourself with a shield. People can feel like they have to defend themselves around you, but people could also feel like you're a little bit defensive. And maybe it's kind of like a mirroring, you know, if somebody's feeling defensive, it cues other people that something isn't quite right, and you could start imitating the same thing. One more card for pile 2. The Tower reverse. Okay. Solid foundation, success with effort. Yeah, so you could be somebody who has worked very hard, and they see that, and you really inspire people to work hard around you. But there's also things that you really cannot let go of, and people can see that. So interesting that they can even see a stalemate, like a stubbornness within you as well. Pile number 2, if that makes sense. Please do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, namaste. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 3, you chose Archangel Raphael. We're going to get a little sagey sage going on, just to clear any and all energies. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping in. And if you're a repeat offender, thank you so very much. I appreciate everyone. Hope that you get what it is that you are needing. And if not, I hope that you get some amusement out of it. Pile number 3, Archangel Raphael with the number 8. Now, this is like one of the most favored archangels. It is the angel of the heart chakra, but this angel brings healing in all matters. You could be viewed as somebody who has a very healing voice, healing presence, healing hands, however that comes to mind to you. I mean, you could just be a natural healer. Like, you know, People Are Born Killer, that movie. You could be a born healer. And people can feel that vibe around you, even if you don't have, you know, degrees or any formal studies or even informal studies. You could put people at ease. You could help put people in a meditative state. This is about healing broken hearts, healing health, and things of a very deep nature. I don't think that it's like, oh, you know, like a Band-Aid. It's things that are, yeah, even this card jumped out, and it jumped out in reverse. The Nine of Wands is about being defensive. And I feel like people around you are able to lower their defensive. They're able to trust you because you have a very loving spirit, and it's not like you're mothering necessarily. You could be, but I feel more a sense of a neutral intention, I guess. It's not about like wanting to mother somebody, but it's definitely about making people feel safe and calm. And people could really trust you with their secrets even before they know it. Like, you know, I work in the medical industry, and a lot of people will come to my chair and just share with me things that I'm kind of shocked. I'm like, how do you say that to a perfect stranger? But they do. And you could be somebody that people feel safe with. They feel like you're going to guard that sense of privacy, that you're going to really, whatever it is with your words, you can even heal them. And I feel like with the number 8, you could be very auspicious, or you could be seen as a good luck charm. People could feel like when they're around you that many good things happen, that doors open, abundance starts flowing, and peace prevails, which is very nice. Pile number 3, how do people feel when they're around you? People could also feel like you look at them and listen to them in such a manner that they are the only person. People could say about you, this is my best friend. Pile number 3 is my best friend. But everybody around you says that or feels it to some degree, which is really interesting. Yep, I feel like you have that way of making people feel incredibly special. And we were just talking, I was just talking about abundance a moment ago. So the Empress, people can feel like, yeah, you bring about the abundance, that you are lush, that you are abundant, you enrich other people, that you're very stable. And this could be making people feel secure, not having to kind of jump through hoops. People feel like you have everything that you could share with them as well. With the number 3, you have a cooperative energy, and people feel that vibrationally versus competitive energy. You could like crystals. You could like dressing differently. You could like headdresses or really big earrings or ornate necklaces or all the above. You could, I'm like, you could live in California. This card always reminds me of California for some reason. If you hear snoring, that's not me. That's my dog. Promise. I heard somebody say bet. Thanks a lot. All right. Pile number 3. Show me what I need to see. How do people feel when they're around you? People feel like they need to kind of, it's like you have an effortless beauty about you, even if you don't dress up or anything else. I know that she's very ornate here, but just the way that you carry yourself like you're $1,000,000. And people can feel really inspired and feel like they can do that too. They can look like $1,000,000, even if you're, let's say like somebody like myself, I cut my own bangs. And if I mess them up, I don't really care too much about it. I just kind of like make do. I just do. So you could be, you know, feeling, people could feel around you that no matter what, as long as you handle yourself with grace and confidence, that it's not even a big deal, and that it's more your aura, your personality, your confidence, your peace and calmness that really carries you into that vibration of being the empress, of being a creator, of being somebody who can bring things into this world, of being a mother or a parent. Doesn't have to be, but you inspire people that they could be that as well, that you could, you know, even with a tent and being in nature, just look like a freaking $1,000,000 and feel it. And they can too. Like if pile 3 can do it, I can. How do people feel when you're around pile number 3? Pile 3, how do people feel around you? You can show me now. They could feel a little bit of a broken heart. That's interesting. They could feel a little bit broken-hearted. Maybe you could be sharp with your words. Maybe you could have a higher perspective. Maybe you can cut people off easily. That's for some of you, not all of you. I mean, in all fairness, this Empress looks like, you know, she's lacking for nothing. So people could be a little bit in doubt, like this person can cut me off and I would feel the lack of abundance in my life. This person can cut me with words and I would feel shamed, or I'd feel excommunicated. With the 3 of Swords right here, this kind of blob thing makes me feel almost like they're clinging to the swords. It's like if you've ever said anything that was kind of mean or hurtful, or people, that too, if you've ever done anything by accident or by design to hurt people, like back in the day, or, you know, I mean, currently, whatever the case may be, people can really cling to that and think that you are somebody you definitely can contend with, that you are a heartbreaker, that you will cut people off that are not healing, that are not authentic, that are not organic. So I feel like you'll turn your back on anything that just isn't organic. And I feel like this has caused many tears around you from people that you may not even know that you could have hurt like that. And they cling to that feeling. People could feel around you that you're focused on the future. To me, that's always the right side. This side. Okay, no more filming this light for me. This side is a future. So you could be speaking your truth and cutting off everything that hinders, looking at things from a higher perspective. You could have a lot of transformations, like from butterfly to phoenix, and all of those are transformational to the bird in the air, whatever that bird may be. But you're somebody who clears the clouds with like a single word or a breath. And of course, you could be somebody that has magnificent shoes. She's got some amazing boots here. These boots are made for walking. So, people could feel like you are looking after your abundance and everything that grows is welcome, but things that are stagnant, that are trying to pull you back, that are even causing you heartache and I heard heart shame, heartache or any pain and things like that, that you're not doing it anymore. I heard lofty position. So people could really, some people can be envious about your vibe, but a lot of people want to imitate it. But I would say 90% of those people are people that want to be near you to heal, which is really cool. The rest, you're always going to have some haters. You're going to always have some people that want to join the ranks in order to spy or to copycat or whatever the case may be. How do people feel around pile number 3? Pile number 3, how do people feel around you? Oh, that's how we do. These jumped out, so I'm going to take them. People feel like you could make quick decisions. People could feel around you like they want to message you as well, like with a lot of love messages. They want to travel to see you. They want to take you on motorcycle rides, or they want you to take them. however that looks. This could be a road trip, boat trip. Lots of communication and banter back and forth. People could feel like they just want to talk to you when they look at you. Who wouldn't want to talk to that beautiful Empress? The Knight of Swords. People could want to conquer you. I just saw 1111. People can want to bring truth to you. People can want to bring harsh words to you with not all of the facts or not all the information. This is Knight of Swords. So people, you could attract people that are impulsive, that want to attack. Yep, people that maybe you've taken a break from, or on, maybe they're recovering from illness, or you're estranged, or they're on vacation, you're on vacation, separation, things like that. But these people are the ones that would want to like attack you and just, you know, in other words, like read you the rights, but they're so busy moving with their agenda that there's really nothing, nothing productive that's going to happen. Whereas your energy is very much like, let me make an assessment and I'm going to look and I'm going to make a intellectual decision here. People could also feel, on the flip side, that you are the one that's on vacation or taking a time out, that you are grieving. People could feel a sadness around you as well, which is kind of intriguing. I almost put that down. Okay, that was already read. I want to go ahead and do an angel card. So let's see what else we can get. Pile number 3, if you're liking these kind of readings, please do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Pile number 3. What are these cards here? Show me what I need to see for pile 3. How do people feel around thee? Francesca. What do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. So I feel like you can inspire other people to dream. However you live your life, I feel like it is inspiring to other people. I feel like you're very much authentic and organic, and yet there is a dreamer vibe, and you're facing the future quite a bit. You can have a deep connection to the moon, to the tides, to the night. You could have long hair. You could have really long, beautiful legs. You can have a parrot. Or people also could want to repeat things that you say. So I feel like whenever you try to like help people and your words are so healing that even if it's a joke can be healing. People turn around and try to use the same MO and kind of coin it for them, their own. So you could have some copycats, but they don't like mean any harm by it necessarily. Yeah, but with all this white, people definitely almost seem like you're untouchable. Untouchable, untouchable. Yep. Anyways, that is what I have for you as far as what people are feeling. Wait, don't go yet. I'm going to do this because I can't do it for everybody else in that pile 3. Show me what I need to see for pile 3. We're going to pull a couple of tea leaf cards and show me now. Es esto, teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Yep, you could be a great friend. What else? Needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. So this could be due to choice, or you cut them out. Let's get one more. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Look at that hand pulling on the donkey's tail. Oh, that's not the tail. Grisel, I even have my glasses on, no excuse, but look at that hand pulling on the donkey's rope. Hello, Grisel. Well, at least I'm saying something else. All right, we're getting one more. One more, and that's it for real. Stork. News of a birth or new business opportunity. Yes, people can be thinking that you could be stubborn, set in your ways. You could also quote, inspire, or people could really get insecure around you and dig in their heels. And hence they become a mule because there's no forward motion, no motion at all, in fact. And this, you could be hearing of the birth of a child or a business opportunity. But I feel like with all this abundance and the number 1616 on camera, that could be something that you are maybe dreaming up or brainstorming, or you hear of a business and you want to collaborate. So that is what I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much. Much love to you. Until next time, namaste.